Hi everyone, welcome to my video channel. Today we are going to talk more about string, and we are also going to talk about if statement. While we are looking at the string methods, we will look at how if statements works in Java. Okay, now let's look at what methods we're going to cover today. The first one is substring method, and it returns partial of a string. In the brackets, it tells that this method takes an integer as parameter, and the integer is the beginning index position of the string that you want to extract out from the string. Okay, let's look at how it works in coding. First, we have a string variable as declared. Then we declare a substring variable to catch the return string. Then using system.out.print to see the result. Looking at the Eclipse workspace, let's run the program. And checking the result, we can see that in the console, the seeking output is not existing. It is because this beginning index starting at 6, which is out of range. The last index should be 5. The 6 is the length of the string. So after we changed the 6 to 4, the seeking output is showing. The second method we're going to talk about is toLowerCase. toLowerCase is a method that returns a string. And in the description, you can see it converts all the characters in this string to lowercase. So no matter you have lowercase or capital, they're all gonna change to lowercase. Okay, now let's look at how it used in coding. First, we're gonna have a variable that has all capital letters. Then we're gonna use another string to capture the return string. Now let's look at in the Eclipse and run the program. Okay, now we're in Eclipse workspace. All the codes are already here, and let's just clean this and let's run the program. See, it's all lowercase here, even though it's capitalized here, and this method can help it return a lowercase. The next method we're going to talk about is equalsIgnoreCase. It takes a string as a parameter and return a boolean. And it compares two strings and ignore the case situation. We're going to look at this method in if statement. If statement is a programming conditional statement that takes conditional statement. If the statement returns true, it will perform a function and either display the information or executing the code inside the brackets. If there's more condition for the program, you can use else if or simply else, because if there's only two situations, use one if, then else to handle another situation. If there's more than two, you can add else if to add another condition. We're gonna use equalsIgnoreCase to demonstrate the if statement and the method. Okay, we're now in Eclipse workspace. I have already written all those code down here, and I have already have this method here right now. We can see the two strings here are different cases, but this method it used to tell us doesn't really matter the cases. Okay, so we'll return true or false, see if it matches or not. An if statement that take a condition, the condition should return true or false. When we're doing instructions for the code, we want the code to do the things we want them to do. So if it doesn't match the statement, the condition that doesn't return true, and we want that it work our code. If it's other situation, they're gonna do a code here. So let's run the code, see if which statement is gonna run here. Turn here, so it returns true here, and we can tell that that works because it doesn't really care about the cases here. So this statement didn't work, the condition. Okay, another situation is that it has else if in there. Let's uncomment it. Okay, we uncomment it. Here we used the toChar to do the comparison. Here we used a conditional statement here using char. Here we're using equal symbols to do the condition. For char, we have learned that in previous video, it's pure value we can use, so we can use just equals to do it. Okay, in this situation, you will return false because it's one capitalized one and one is not, because this is a capital letter and this lowercase. So they will return false. So this statement won't run in the program. Then this one will, because we already did here return true. So when they hit this instruction, then the condition satisfied, then the statement here will run itself, the code. And the else statement is gonna be ignored because they only pick either one. They won't do three conditions. The only one, it will only take one condition, then return, then ignore the rest. So let's run the program. So this is for situation 1. This is the second one here. So the past this one here. Then this one didn't run. We can change a little bit. Let it run this else statement. We just take one E off, then it works. It's wrong. See here, I just go to the else statement. The print if any condition satisfied. Here, this won't be printed. So this condition satisfied in else statement. So in else, we don't really need a conditional statement here because I already said that if the situations you all covered, that's the one you didn't cover, they will just go to the else statement. Okay, that's all about if statement. The next method we're gonna talk about is scanner. Scanner is a class, and it is used for user input. In many situations, we need the user do some input like username and username, password, email. Those situations we need user do the input. So the scanner is connecting to the keyboard, so the user can interacting in this program. Here we can see that the scanner is not in name package, so we need to import it first. The package is from java.utility. So in the future, we're gonna learn more and packages and classes, and we're gonna use and import them before we use them. Okay, now we're just use the system.in, that means connecting the keyboard. So we just use the system.out.print to guide the user to put the stuff in there. Then we use a string to catch the user input. We already declared user input there, so we just use their method, the class method, and next line to catch the user input. In the end, I'm gonna see if it's right that we can catch the user input using the system out.print to print out the name, the user input. Okay, let's run the program. Okay, now we already see this enter username. I'm gonna put a username in there. When it's finished, just enter, and we will see if I print out exactly what we put in there. See, it's the same thing. It works. The thing about scanner, when we use it, we need to close it too in the end. After we use the scanner, we need to close the keyboard so the user won't continue doing input. So we're gonna use user input close the keyboard for user. Okay, that's how the scanner works, and thanks for watching my video. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you.